Well, good morning, you gorgeous mother truckers, and welcome to another video. God, there is so much to talk about, isn't there, with the issue of Ukraine, Russia, the United States of America, and the EU. I'm going to start with this bit, which was there an ambush at the White House? And the answer is yes, there was, but not the one that you all claim to think you knew about. You see, you just have to stop listening to the mainstream media, stop paying attention to the bullshit that they're going to feed you and the absolute out and out lies they're going to tell you, because they want to push their agenda. There was an ambush in the Oval Office, and it wasn't Trump and Vance. They were actually genuinely sticking up for their own country. It was done and designed by the EU and Zelensky on board. Now, some people will be wondering how the hell I've come to that conclusion. Now, I've already done a video, and many other people have done plenty of other videos telling you that, you know, it was obvious that it was Zelensky who was the aggressor, and it was Zelensky who just went out of his way to be as obstropolous as possible, almost as if he was deliberately spoiling for an argument. And he got one. And I will still maintain to this present day that Trump and Vance acted correctly. And you can argue all you like, it's irrelevant, because it is so obvious now, after the issues over the weekend, that this was all pre-planned. This was all pre-decided. This argument was going to happen no matter what. It was going to happen in the negotiations, but unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on your point of view, the issue got forced in the press conference. And the reason I know it was organised, the reason I know it's pre-planned is, as I mentioned in the video when I talked about it initially, every single EU leader sent exactly the same tweet, word for word, just changed obviously themselves, at exactly the same time after the meeting. Now, one or two doing it, coincidence. All of them doing it, planned. And then we have the meeting in London, which somehow, on a Sunday, every single EU leader, plus the head of NATO, just happened to be able to drop everything and turn up to London for a meeting. You all know by just watching politics how awkward it is and how things have to be organised and arranged months in advance for heads of state to visit. But in this case, well, all of them could just turn up to London at the drop of the hat and have an emergency meeting about the Ukraine. Not as if that was planned either. So what you have is a situation that has been deliberately engineered to bring out more Trump derangement syndrome, to get every left waffer idiot who hasn't got a brain, and then all the idiots who sit and watch their telly and do as the media say, to hate on Trump. Where if you actually pay attention to any of that, what Trump and Vance did was perfectly acceptable. In fact, they were very, very kind and cordial hosts for the 53 minutes of the entire interview. The last 2 minutes, or the famous last minutes, were done on purpose. And it wasn't Trump and it wasn't Vance. It was pre-decided. And now we have people coming out with, well, Germany, we should deny the airspace in Ukraine, and old Starmer himself saying he's going to send troops and stuff, and we've spent even more money on the Ukraine. Remembering that since Starmer came in, we've spent £13 billion on the Ukraine. And also remember, it's tied us into a 100-year defence pact, which means till 2031 we're going to be paying him £3 billion a year, irrespective of anything. And he wants the old boots on the ground. The media are already pushing the stories. The best one I thought was the ITV News. Zelensky will never apologise. Yet he apologised on American TV about half an hour after the incident occurred. Actually said we're so sorry for what happened. And remember, we've all been primed for this. Remember all those messages about conscription and this, that and the other? There's your issue. Let's get this over here so it blocks the sun a bit. It doesn't. That's not very good. I'm not very happy about the sun being in the way, but there you go. So let's just turn the camera this way. So the sun, I know it's rare, it's in the UK and the sun's out. It's mad. I'm even in a fleece, gone on the winter coats. Any case, I get distracted, mainly by the blinding sun. See, we're all being set, this has all been pre-planned. This has been, I mean, the messages about conscription and, oh, you got to be careful and this, that and the other have been coming out since before Christmas. The EU is determined, with its stupid, idiotic, weak leaders, to destroy the West. It'll either do it by immigration or it'll do it with World War III. And that will be discussed in another video, because there's plenty to talk about, and I'm going to make sure that I talk about it. So, the usual three videos. Not 3 videos, it's 2 videos. It's early in the morning, and I've not had much sleep because the household now has gained a dog. So now I've got cats and dogs, and the dog was not very happy last night, so I've not had a lot of sleep, so I do apologise. 2 videos coming up at the end of this one. One will be the one that is the last upload, and the other one will be the chosen one, the one that the gods of YouTube using their mighty algorithm has selected just for you. If you agree with what I say. And remember that everything I'm saying is just my personal opinion. It's just how I feel. That's all it is. Nothing more, nothing less. But if you do agree, or you just like what I do, then you just hit that subscribe button. You can also like, you could also share, and you could also let me know what you think in the adult comment section. I mean adult, any stupid babyish mudslinging, pie-throwing rubbish, you could just go back to playing with your Lego, and if you're really stupid, back to playing with your Duplo or your stickle bricks. Stickle bricks show my age. Any case, enough of that, I'm done. So, until the next one.